Hey there YouTube, this is going to be the first video that I'm making not being a link to someone, not being a reply to someone else's. I was thinking of doing it to one of Sean Bedlam's most recent ones, but I just found it too difficult to make a suitable link introduction thing, meh. A YouTuber named Nake07 made a couple of comments on that video, which was good. I love a little bit of discussion after my videos. The best way for you to fill yourself in would be to read the comments yourself. Even if no one does and it's only Nake807 who gets what this is about, then you might be able to follow it. Read the comments afterwards if you don't. This is my reply to what he had to say. Judging by how things are going at the moment, even though I would be against wiping out entire ecosystems, I don't think wiping out ecosystems would be that much of an issue if global human population demanded it, especially when considering the costs of evacuating large groups of people to another planet or moon. It could happen in the distant future, but I think the crisis would have gotten too bad too quickly for that. On your point about social pressure being the best force against overpopulation, that sounds a bit optimistic to me, to be honest. In Britain, the media opposition to street crime and young mothers has done nothing to stunt the spread. My point I made about China or Japan was that I seem to remember hearing that they had introduced a law in Japan to limit the number of children per couple to just one or two, I'm not sure which. And by telling me that the population is dropping fast, pretty much confirmed to me that sort of thing can work. I've had some thoughts recently about space exploration. Doing my physics degree, our lecturer told us about fusion generation. It would solve our energy crisis totally. Like, seriously, it's that good. But there's such a small chance of it, there's a fairly small chance of it actually happening and becoming a sensible alternative that they can't rely on it, and they don't know when, it's proper future technology we're talking about. So that's how we're gonna, hopefully, that's one way that we could tackle the energy crisis and global warming and stuff. Well, I don't know if it would be terribly good for global warming. But it would be so good that they're stupid not to invest in it, but they can't rely on it as a solution. I think the same goes for space exploration and colonisation. I've changed my mind a little bit about that. I think it would be stupid not to invest at all. It's a frontier, it's an amazing, inspiring sort of thing, but you can't rely on it for the overpopulation crisis. You've got to start thinking about earthly solutions now. So the limiting on childbirth, I think, should happen everywhere, basically. There's just, with the lack of food, just immense amounts of consuming that the human population of Earth does. I think it would be a great idea to limit the population growth now, rather than waiting until it gets too bad and then having to do the unspeakable. It's just, we need to do something now before it gets that bad. Now, living your life on planet Earth with food and medicine free from disease and famine is supposed to be a right that every human should have, but it's not. The fact of the matter is, it's not. There are too many people on the planet in crappy places that cannot be supplied with what they need. You can't say, let them die. That's just not on it. You're not going to get away with that. So what it comes down to is who has more rights? Someone who's living at the moment, or someone who hasn't even born yet? So there's my first video just for my subscribers, probably. If anyone actually checks, if anyone is actually going to watch this. I'll send it to you, what was it, NACO807. And thanks all my new subscribers for subscribing. I don't get that many, but every single one counts. It's amazing that people actually want to listen to me and my ramblings and ideas. It's brilliant. Yeah, cheers. I've been editing these videos for fuck knows how. I've been editing this video for fuck knows how long now, and I can't stand to watch myself any longer. So if there's been any cuts that are completely nonsensical or repeats or anything random like that, I don't care anymore.